Live from Johannesburg in South Africa. A Congolese political opponent, Seth Kikuni, was arrested when he arrived at the Njili International Airport in Kinshasa over the weekend. Kikuni reportedly had his passport confiscated. It was taken by people identifying themselves as members of the National Intelligence Agency and the military detection of Anti-Patriot activities to an unknown destination. Now, those who were at the airport to welcome him say they have lost all contact with him. And to discuss this further, we are joined on the line by a political analyst, Didier Bayeye. Didier, good afternoon, and thank you for joining us on Africa Update.
Good afternoon, Lulu Gabu. How are you doing? I hope you are well. Good afternoon
to
the listeners.
I'm very well, thanks, Didier. I hope you're also doing well. Now, just getting straight into it, those that were waiting to welcome Kikuni back into the country say they lost all contact with him, but after what was described as an intense grilling, he was released. Why was he taken into custody and then released with no charges?
Okay, according to the intelligence in the DRC, this move to detain Seth Kikuni's passport and take him to an undisclosed area for questioning was just a normal process because of his association with the former president, Joseph Kabila. Now, there is nothing wrong. Seth Kikuni has not been interrogated or questioned as an opposition, but because of his association, because of his participation to the meeting the former president Joseph Kabila organized in the capital of Kenya, Nairobi. We all know, and then we had followed in the past months, that former President Joseph Kabila is the mastermind behind M23, behind AFC, that's killing thousands of Congolese and causing unrest in the eastern part of the DRC. And then also, according to the DRC constitution, the president mandate or terms, the constitution states that the term is renewable. It's 5 years, renewable just once. But former President Joseph Kabila stayed in power much more than that, for 18 years instead of the 10 years as stipulated in the constitution of the country. Now, within this 18 years, by now, he could have been seen as somebody who's bringing more idea towards building, constructing the country, putting the country together, bringing more peace, like we have seen with the former Kenyan President Uhuru Kenyatta during the passing of the former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, being side by side with the current President William Ruto. We've seen it in many other African countries, but when he chooses and he's saying that he's creating a movement, Sauvons le Congo, let's save Congo, but how is he going to come back to save Congo? While a couple of months ago was seen, welcomed by the belligerent, the leaders of M23 movement, whom some of them arrested still by the intelligence in the DRC, people very close to them confess that all the fundings, the support, financial support is coming from the former President Joseph Kabila. See the reason why the intelligence had to question this Kikuni for his association with Kabila, for attending and participating to the 2 days meeting which were organized in Nairobi by the former President Joseph Kabila.
So after this detention and questioning, did they manage to find out anything from Kikuni? And what did Kikuni say, if anything, after his release?
Very little's been leaked about this questioning, but we believe that it was more focused about the involvement of Joseph Kabila to the M23 and the rebel movement in the eastern part of the DRC. If anything was discussed pertaining to that during the 2 days meeting in Nairobi. And then the questioning also wanted to find out when they're saying that they're creating a movement which is let's save the DRC, how would they save the DRC? Already with a leader, a former president who's linked to the current rebel movement. So does it mean or does it insinuate that he's trying to intensify rebellion? Does it mean he's trying to create a different arms of rebellion to come and fight the government of the DRC? What exactly was this meeting about, and then why did he go there? So we believe this way more of questioning, and then we also believe that Seth Kikuni denied or didn't give any answer confirming any discussion regarding the involvement of former President Joseph Kabila with the M23.
And, there are fears that Kikuni's arrest could be a turning point in a tense political crisis in the country. Is this a cause for concern? And is this the case?
No, I personally do not think there is a concern. First of all, Kikuni is not followed. He's not a leader of opposition. He's not a big leader. He's a name that's mentioned here and there, and a lot of Congolese people do not know who Kikuni is. He calls himself he's in opposition, but he's not a great leader at all. There are leaders of oppositions currently in the DRC that are moving free, such as Martin Fayulu is in the DRC and moving free. There is Deli Sesanga, who even is very vocal on the media criticizing the government of the DRC, and they've never been worried or arrested or anything. So we don't really see this questioning as a threat to the DRC or to destabilizing political climate. No, not at all.
Well, Didier, it's always a pleasure chatting to you. We'll leave it there for today. That's political analyst Didier Bayeye joining us on the line. It is 12:30 Central African time, and our news headlines up next with Jwalani Tulongwepe.